Full disclosure, before we start this video, I was not paid to say anything that I'm about to say. SmallRig did offer to send me a cage to review, but I already own one and I know I love it, so everything that you're about to hear is just because I really like these products. They did send out a couple of small accessories for me to try out, so take that as you will. What is up, people? Dunna here, and today we are talking about one of my favorite camera accessories, the SmallRig Cage. And we're gonna be doing a giveaway, so make sure to stick around to the end of the video so you can hear the details on how you can enter to win. I have two main SmallRig products that I use. The first one is the camera cage for the Sony a6500, and then the second one is the SmallRig L-Bracket, also for the a6500. And I got these both with the wooden handle because that's one of my favorite parts. Now, there are three reasons why I have a cage or an L-Bracket on both my cameras at all times. The first reason is just for the pure ergonomics of it. These mirrorless camera bodies that we're coming out with nowadays are getting pretty small, and sometimes you just feel like you need a little bit more to hold on to. This is why I bought both the cage and the L-Bracket with the wooden grip, because it gives you a little bit more to grab so you feel like you've got a more secure hold on your camera. It also adds a little bit to the height of the camera, which I find makes it feel a little bit more comfortable in my hand. A lot of people like to use vertical grips for that reason. And I must admit, when something is too light, it doesn't really feel as good in your hand. When you add the cage with the wooden grip to it, it adds a decent amount of weight to it, and it just feels a lot better to me. Not to mention, the wooden grip looks pretty sexy. That's the one thing you guys are always asking me about. Where'd you get that wooden grip? The second reason for the cage or the L-Bracket is for an extra layer of protection for your camera body. Which would you rather have? If you drop your camera, the camera directly hits the ground. Or you drop your camera and there's a metal piece that happens to come between your camera and the ground to potentially save it. I'm gonna say you want the protection. I know I do. Now, that's not necessarily what these are designed for, and I'm not gonna claim that it's gonna save your camera miraculously. The same way that I would put a case on a phone. It's not gonna stop me from breaking it if I really mess up, but it does add a good layer of protection, and it gives me some peace of mind that my really expensive product is going to last a little bit longer because of it. And the third and probably most important reason why I like to have these on my cameras is the reason that they were actually intended for. The entire cage is surrounded with mounting options. With this specific model, there's an extra cold shoe off to the left, as well as the entire thing is surrounded with 1/4-20 threads, the same thread that you would use to screw onto a tripod, so you can mount your camera however you want, as well as you can attach a ton of accessories. As you can see here, I've seen people rig up a ton of things from these cages, and it's really useful for them. You can have a monitor on top, you can add a light to it, a microphone, you can mount those things wherever you want throughout the entire cage. SmallRig makes a whole pile of these extra handles and carrying gear and stabilization opportunities. This wooden handle even has a record button, so you can plug it into your camera and start and stop video recording with it. So you can really start to create a cinema rig around almost any camera. But wait. My absolute favorite part is that the bottom of the cage, as well as the bottom and side of the L-Bracket, are Arca Swiss plates. If you don't know what that is, it's one of the most common types of tripod mount. So you know how you have to screw in that stupid little plate every time to attach it to your tripod? I don't have to do that. Ever. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I make vlogs for Instagram stories. I made a video about that earlier. I'll link it up here if you want to check it out. And the L-Bracket has been incredibly valuable for that, because instead of having to put the camera on a ball head and swivel the ball head 90 degrees and hold a vlogging tripod that feels off balance, I just mount it from the 1/4-inch threads on the side of the L-Bracket, and I can just hold it naturally in vertical mode. Also, because the feed in Instagram is made for portrait mode, 4x5 photos, it's nice to be able to just mount the camera vertical instead of having to mount it horizontal and then tilt it on your ball head. If you can't tell, I really like these products. Now, SmallRig makes these cages, L-Brackets, and accessories for a whole host of cameras. Chances are, whatever camera you have, as long as it's fairly modern, they probably have a cage specifically made for it to fit it perfectly. So, when SmallRig approached me and asked if I wanted to partner up with them on a video, I said, let's give something away. SmallRig was nice enough to offer $100 to give away to one lucky winner from this contest. You can put that towards getting your own cage or or some of their accessories, whatever you want on their store. All you have to do is go to the link in the description and there will be several different ways that you can enter. The more ways you enter, the better your chances of winning are. So make sure you enter as many ways as you can. Also, even if you don't win, SmallRig was nice enough to give us a promo code where you can get 10% off any purchase in their store. I'll leave that in the description as well. I'm gonna be announcing the winner for this in 2 weeks, so make sure you get entered and share it around as much as you can for anyone who might be interested. As always, I wanna turn it over to you. Have you ever used a cage on your camera? What did you like and or not like about it? Leave a comment below, let's start a conversation. If you had fun or you learned something, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, it really does help. If you wanna be friends, click the circle, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. If you wanna watch another video, there's one right here. I think you'll really like it, and I'll see you next time.